Hi, I'm Iyan Breese with IB Training.
I'm Casey Arnold with Unparalleled Performance.
Today we're at Professional Fitness Institute. We're going to talk to you about playing with kids, training kids, kind of an all-around how to really get kids active and the styles of training you can do with them.
Yes, that is something that we are noticing in society today, how much kids and children need exercise. But there seems to be a gap that we can't fill as to how do we exercise the kids? What's the proper way to do it? Is there an incorrect or correct way? And what are some successful tips to training kids?
That's a good question because there's a lot of hard deals just to get kids motivated. Get them out of the house. Get them off of playing their computer or PS3 or Xbox.
Or games on their iPhones.
So what are some of the great ways to motivate children, Casey, to get them to actually want to be physically active?
Some great ways that I've noticed in training some kids to get them motivated is, how do you want to feel during the day? A lot of kids have a very short attention span now. They don't normally feel good because they don't know what it feels like to feel good. So if you give them a little push with, hey, what if I can make you better for this? Or how would you like to play better in basketball at this? Giving them little incentives to get them active, or even just saying, hey, you want to go and play a game with me? Lots of kids love games. So turning fitness into a game has been really successful.
What are some types of games that are really fun for kids besides the basic sports of basketball, football, hockey, and soccer? What are some other ones, Casey?
Some really great games that they can play are Simon Says. There's a lot of different movements that can be involved in just a quick, simple game of Simon Says. Playing a tag game. You get speed, you get agility, you get a lot of different plyometric movements just in running through a game of tag. You can also play team games, which incorporates a working together type of atmosphere, which allows the kids to learn to work with others.
Now, I know growing up, we used to play a game called Kick the Can.
Oh, that's a great game.
You used to have to hide from the person that was trying to find you, and when they found you, you had to beat them back to the can and kick it before they did, or else you were it.
Yeah.
That was one of the fun games we used to play.
So, do you think that, Iyan, that games played outside or games played during gym time is more of a pastime now?
I think that we've done away with a lot of what we consider growing up as exercise going out. It's no longer there. Yeah. Children don't want to go outside. They don't want to play. They become lazy, and that's why we're having this obese epidemic with children, is due to the inactivity. When we were children, I never really had to come inside until it was dark out and my mom was hollering, and then it was time to come in.
Absolutely.
I never wanted to be in the house.
No,
I wanted to be outside.
Yeah.
I don't really understand why these kids feel it's okay to just be lazy when it wasn't okay for us.
It's an environment lifestyle change is truly what's happening, is a complete shift in society, and it also has to do with the educational cuts and the fact that PE is now considered an extracurricular activity in schools, and it's not a mandatory part of the curriculum.
And that's very sad.
Oh,
very sad.
So the question stands, how do we get kids active? We have some successful tips that we can offer you to help get your children active and keep kids moving towards a healthier lifestyle as they grow older.
One of the things I've always heard some people doing was summertime. Kids are home and they think they're going to be in the house where it's nice. An adult going down and turning off the power to the whole house. We lost power. I guess you kids are going to have to go outside and do something today. They don't know what to do until they get their imagination involved. And then that's where it becomes fun and interesting, because when you allow a child's imagination to be involved with physical activity, they will go on for hours playing, running around the neighborhood, absolutely, jumping on their bikes or skateboards. It gets them actually outdoors. So
parent incentives, number one, thinking of ways, like Iyan just said, to get the kids to be out of the house and for at least 20 to 30 minutes 3 times a week, just to be active outside. Another successful tip could be getting them involved in either summer camps, camps during the school year that are part of the community, whether it be fitness camps or whether it be a sporting team that is a club sport team, finding something that your child is interested in and allowing them to explore what they truly love on the active lifestyle. I know there's tons of different camps out there, right?
Well, not just camps, but look at all the after-school programs for baseball, football, basketball, volleyball,
gymnastics,
that they can be involved in just as well. But I believe, because I know when I was a kid, I kind of had an issue. If my parents were not really supportive of me doing this, I didn't have fun with it. But when my parents came and got involved and watched me play, I was out there trying to prove how good I was.
Exactly. So having that parental motivation and inspiration and that all around you can do it feeling with your child really, really helps with their self-esteem when they know that their parents, you guys, believe in them.
Now, Casey, there's actually different controversies on what kids can't do for physical activity, what they can do. Some of it says they can't really do weight training or they can't do plyometrics, but growing up, I know that I climbed trees, jumped out of trees, climbed up on the roof of our house and jumped down and skipped and hopped and jumped and...
You did every plyometric.
That's all plyometrics. And so why is there such controversy on what kids should do and shouldn't do that's really safe for them?
You know, Iyan, the big thing that we have to look at is the big picture. Is there's so much misinformation out there in regards to how we're supposed to train, what's the right way to do what, when really it's how do you feel? Each person has their own bubble, and children need to grow and they need to learn to use their space. They need to become motor coordinated. They need to be able to understand and live in their bodies. So weight training actually builds bone density.
And that's very important, even not just as children, but as seniors, as we grow older, making sure we still have bone density. So doing that resistance training or weight training helps really build bone density, which is great for children growing up.
Absolutely. Even just using their body weight, that's still resisted weight against their body, creating more bone density. Along with plyometrics. Plyometrics are great for kids to learn neuromuscular coordination. So there's never a wrong age to start allowing your child to be active.
Now, here's one of the concerns as doing some plyometric. The impact on the joints and the bones themselves as a child that's not fully developed. What are some of your maybe concerns or suggestions that you can avoid some of the hard impact performing some of these exercises?
Right. We have exercises that have been created, but it's up to you as a trainer to understand how to progress and regress every exercise. There's a regression for every plyometric exercise that can be made successful for a growing child so that we don't adhere to any possible injuries and we can prevent them and allow them to grow stronger. So instead of possibly creating the full movement of the plyometric, like a squat jump or a split squat jump, partial movements until they continue to understand the movement, feel comfortable, perform it properly, then you can progress them. And then they start to feel successful because they see that they're getting better with the movements.
So, I'm Iyan Breese with IB Training.
And I'm Casey Arnold with Unparalleled Performance.
Signing off from Professional Fitness Institute. Have a great day.
Have a great day.